Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, men and children of all ages. We got something different coming out for you guys today. I know I haven't done a baseball video in a long time, and the very few baseball videos that I have done have since been deleted from my channel for issues with copyright and other things. But we're back with another baseball video today. And the inspiration for this video actually came to me this past weekend when I was looking at the calendar and looking online and realized that pitchers and catchers report for the Cubs today or tomorrow. I don't remember which it is exactly. But, like every major league team, pitchers and catchers are reporting this week, so I thought I'd make a video about baseball, because it's something that I very much do enjoy. I'm sorry for the gameplay in the background, how it is actually MLB 2K12. I'm waiting the release of MLB The Show 14. I can't wait to play that game, and I really hope that HDCP is lifted by then, and then it doesn't get delayed, so that I can actually bring some of those videos to you guys, because I would love to start the show series, and that would be really cool. So in this video, I'm gonna give a little bit of a state of the Cubs address, mainly on the hitters. This next episode, this Cubs thing, will be about the pitchers, but I wanted to make today a little bit more about the pitchers because it goes in line with the gameplay. So the Cubs have obviously a very, very weak staff this year in terms of hitting, and hitting at the major league level specifically. So I don't know what they're going to do with Donnie Murphy. Donnie Murphy's not really a big piece for them right now, but he could be factored in here somewhere. I don't know. I didn't factor him into the lineups at all, because I don't really expect Donnie Murphy to play much. So this year, what I think is that since it really is just going to be a complete loss of a year, it looks like, because the Cubs have such a weak team, that either Josh Vitters or Mike Holt should not get the option of starting in AAA. Josh Vitters or Mike Holt should be starting on the Major League staff, as well as Brett Jackson, so that they can finally develop. I would say keep Holt in the minors for a little bit and let Vitters and Jackson sink or swim, because they've been prospects now in the system for quite some time, and we've really been waiting for a call-up, and we really need them to actually produce, kind of like Rizzo has. Rizzo's another person who needs to produce this year, but We'll go down the line here. So Junior Lake, I have him at leadoff spot because I feel like Junior Lake can do really good in the leadoff spot. He was having a very strong performance at the end of last season, and I think that Junior Lake could potentially be. He wasn't really like a prospect going into last season, but I feel like Junior Lake could definitely be part of what the Cubs are going to do in the future, and a big part of that. Then I have Starlin Castro in the 2-hole. Starlin Castro is very much struggling to find a consistent spot in the lineup. He'll do well at a spot for a week or two, and then he'll underperform for the next month. So they really have to find a spot for him. I think hitting after Junior Lake will be a good thing for Starlin Castro, because Junior Lake will get on base probably more times than not. I probably shouldn't say that, because that means he'll be batting over 500. But Junior Lake will probably have a pretty good average. So that means Castro will have a little bit less stress of the leadoff spot, and a little bit more of he can swing freely, or they could have Junior Lake steal. They could do hit and runs. I have a feeling that that could be a very good combination. Of course, you got Rizzo in the 3-hole. Rizzo needs to produce a little bit more. He needs to get that average up. I think he batted around 220 last year. I'd like to see it come up to about 260. I know Rizzo's never going to really hit 300, but as long as he hits 260 and has at least a 20-homer season, I'll be very satisfied with Anthony Rizzo. Then this 4 spot. This 4 spot could go a lot of ways, but I have the 4 spot as Josh Vitters. And this is my reasoning. Josh Vitters really does need to come up and perform this year, and I think the 4 spot would be a good spot for him. I might switch him and Castillo. I have Castillo in the 6th spot. I think the 6th spot may be a little bit better for Vitters. So we'll talk about him in the 6th spot. We'll talk about Castillo in the 4th spot. Castillo, Wellington Castillo, it can go either way. I mean, he did really good last year. I think he hit like 260 something, 270 something. That's very good for him. He really did have shared duties with Guillermo Navarro last year. And the year before that, I'm pretty sure he shared duties with Steve Clevenger. So I think it's really going to be up to him this year. I don't think George Koutras is going to get much of a chance. I think they want to really see what they've got with Wellington Castillo, and have Wellington Castillo start 140 or so games, and start the majority of their games, and just do well. 5 spot, I have Brett Jackson. Brett Jackson definitely needs to come to the majors, because we don't really have too many other great options for the outfield. And even if he does struggle, he's at least going to get that major league experience, and we need someone like Brett Jackson on the roster. On the roster right now, Junior Lake and Starlin Castro are pretty much our speed, and with Brett Jackson would supply us with even more speed and the ability to run small ball game and to actually steal bases, because stealing bases is something the Cubs haven't really been able to do for years now. Sixth spot, we got Vitters/Olt. They could really go either way. I would say keep Olt in the minors this year, maybe give him a call-up later on in the year, but at least have Vitters start this year out, because Josh Vitters really needs to sink or swim. We're not just going to keep him in the minor leagues for another 3 years to see if he actually does develop. I say bench Luis Valbuena. Luis Valbuena is a decent defensive player. He's not really much on offense, and I have a feeling Vitters could do just as well as Valbuena, if not better. Seventh spot, we got Nate Scherholtz. Scherholtz was a really, really solid guy last year. I think he hit 20 homers, actually, and batted around 270. And that was the best year of his career, and I think he has potential to have another great year this year at Wrigley, and I think he should definitely be one of the starting 9. Then, in the 8th spot, of course, we have Darwin Barney, defensive specialist. I would actually like to see Darwin Barney getting his average up from around 200 to about, like, 230 to 250 this year. And he actually did hit a lot more homers last year than he has in previous seasons. I think he hit somewhere around 5. And that's actually significant improvement for him. I think they said he put on like 30 or 40 pounds last year. And I think that Barney will actually have a solid hitting year this year, as well as in the field, because he knows that Javier Baez is right on his tail and ready to take over at any point this season. So I think Barney's actually going to step it up and perform. And of course, in the 9-hole, we have the pitcher, and the pitchers of the Cubs will be the focus of the next episode. One of these episodes will be uploaded next Tuesday, and probably every Tuesday thereafter. And I want to thank you guys for watching this, sitting here listening to me talk about the Cubs, and I will see you guys later.